Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to an Anfield Index special on, I can't quite believe I'm saying this on Monday, the 11th of November, but David Coote and the PGMOL. Unless you've been living under a rock today, ladies and gents, I have no doubt you have seen the video. I should say videos plural, isn't it? They're very short, but David Coote with what might be a friend, not a very good one by all accounts if it is, talking specifically about Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, the Burnley game, and his thoughts. Now, there's so much to unpack here, ladies and gents, and almost a bit like Marty McFly, we are going to be jumping back and forth in the timeline, just so we're giving you the full sort of breakdown of all events till today, because there's so much to cover. It is important to say, just to get the legal stuff out of the way for the lawyers, everything is alleged at the moment. There is a PGMOL investigation going on. And the latest, even just as we were starting this coming out, is that David Coote is vehemently denying the allegations. The suggestions that it is an AI, a deep fake, I think is the expression, isn't it? So we will see what comes. But just in case you have been living under a rock today, we're going to try and, first of all, we'll see if the tech works now, ladies and gents, play you a couple of videos of David Coote. And I really hope these will play, because they'll just let almost the tech speak for itself, let the video speak for itself.
What did you think of the Liverpool game earlier when you were fourth official?
Liverpool was shit.
What do you think of Jurgen Klopp?
Cunt. Absolutely.
What would you say? Why would you say that Jurgen Klopp was a cunt?
Aside from having a right pop at me when I ref them against Burnley in lockdown, then he accused me of lying, and then just had a right fucking pop at me, and I've got no interest in speaking to someone who's fucking arrogant. So I do my best not to speak to him. Milner's all right. I get on with so
James Milner. You get on with James Milner.
You can see me there with mask on.
Yeah, mask on, obviously.
Yeah, COVID got to be done. Social distancing, right? We're 2 meters apart.
We have to social distance.
Yeah. So, but oh my god, German cunt, fuck me.
Long story short, Jurgen Klopp's a cunt. Liverpool are all fucking bellends, and we hate Scousers. So, what did you think of the Liverpool game?
So that's video one, ladies and gents, and you can probably imagine why I wanted to play the video for you, just so A, you've got full context, and B, I didn't really want to use the language, as you could quite clearly hear in that video as well. I mean, Burnley, James Milner, Jurgen Klopp will also be trending tonight. There's no two ways about it. Let's see if we can get a second video on the go for you, because there is two videos to this. It is really important to say. But yeah, video number two is a continuation.
Just to be clear, that fucking last video can't go anywhere. Seriously.
He's a Premier League referee. Let's not fucking ruin his career. Like, let's face it, we're good blokes, but we can't ruin a bloke's career. Like, we're not that bad.
That Villa game. I mean, do you remember that Villa game? And everyone will go to the Núñez goal, but let's just go back a little bit first of all. Salah before that, literally 5 minutes before that, gets pulled, doesn't he? Literally yanked. And he plays on. So you're thinking, okay, it's maybe just him, but we'll see with that one. And then the goal. I mean, that goal, Salah going clean through. There's a 2-3-on-1, I think it is. Diaz backing him up. Leon Bailey absolutely wipes him out. There's no two ways about it. It's not even a difficult decision. What does David Coote do? You see it, don't you? You actually see it, and you're thinking, no, that can't be right. And BT and Fletch and all the boys, etc., they're all having a joke about it, aren't they? And you're thinking, that's just ridiculous. And afterwards, we're kind of the basis of, well, you know, we can laugh a little bit about it, but it really isn't any laughing matter. And now you're seeing it today, ladies and gents. I mean, we've got so many things spiraling through the head. And just in case I was involved in a legal profession, I did want to go down a route. We're hopefully now going to play you some videos, I say from the archives or from history, but I do wonder if you can remember these specifically. So let's see if we can get up a couple of videos from the archives and see if you can remember these from, say, history, but do you remember that Virgil van Dijk being taken out by Jordan Pickford? I mean, yeah, the greatest defender in the world at the peak of his powers wiped out. Nothing given by Michael Oliver on the field. I'll let you have a guess who the VAR was. Who actually, I had to dig this up from the archives again and have a little bit of a look at what was said. Apparently, wasn't aware of the situation that he could send him off. So we'll call that evidence or exhibit A. So that's the first video we wanted to show you. And people might go, that's a little while back. But, yeah, as Ben's put there, don't forget the Mane offside in that game. That's probably a different discussion. But exhibit B, hopefully this video will play as well. Do you remember this from last season? So let's see if we can cue this one up for you. I mean, if you look, you remember that game. 1-1 last season, how important it was. They get the early set-piece goal, don't they? I think it was Gabriel at the time. Mo Salah absolutely tears Zinchenko a new one, smashes one into the top corner. And then there's tension, everything's going in. And just to sort of pry the details, I mean, yeah, as Ashley says, everyone, even Gary Neville was amazed, just in case you're looking for a point of reference, people. But let's just be crystal clear on this, really crystal clear. I believe it's Martin Odegaard, I think of, judging by the uniform, what looks like the Boston Celtics or the Minnesota Timberwolves, clearly does a beautiful double dribble back and forth through his legs. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see that is a handball. And now, if we really want to go down the rabbit hole, and I know people are, and David Coote wasn't involved, shall we say, for the ones like the Luis Diaz and all the different things, but it just throws up so many questions, doesn't it? It's actually a bit scary, we should say realistically, about what the outcomes could be. And this is the big one to talk about, the outcome, because Liverpool, all the reports from the patch journos and me, Eddie, everyone's been digging today, Liverpool are not going to release a statement until this is fully, decided, there is an outcome one way or the other. So Liverpool are not going to get involved in this. The PGMOL have suspended David Coote. That's what we know, pending obviously this investigation, and said they're not going to make any further comment until this is done. David Coote is vehemently denying, just in case anyone missed that at the top of the show, all these types of things. I mean, it's just an utter mess. And the problem is now, whatever happens, any 50-50 decision that goes against Liverpool, are you going to trust it? Any VAR call that's marginal or anything like that, are you going to trust it? Are you going to believe everything the PGMOL tells you going forward? Because the only reason we've seen this is because of a leaked video. And just to be clear, again, for the lawyers, in case anyone's listening, it has been denied. It could be a deep fake. We're waiting for an investigation. But I just really don't know what else to say. And the other big thing that will be coming out, and Fidel's nailed it on the head, this will be the word, an agenda. And we can bring out a stack of evidence with this. Now, that doesn't mean it's correct, just to be crystal clear, but I mean, that word there, agenda, you can make a case. Look at the videos I've just put before you today, Your Honour. Outcome. Now, they're going to have to go some way, David Coote's legal team, to prove that's a deep fake, aren't they? Going to have to be some legal team, no doubts about it. How can he ever be involved as a professional referee again? Who would trust his calls, number one? Number two, the PGMOL have always said with refs, and if you look through history, do you remember that one? I can't remember his name, but Robbo with the elbow and things like that. They moved them off games because they said it's about the game, it shouldn't be about the ref. How can it not be when David Coote is involved, if he's ever involved again? Honestly, it absolutely befuddles me beyond belief. But do you know what? The one thing I do want to say when it comes to outcome, let's fucking use this to fuel us, boys. And everyone clearly doesn't want us to win. Do you actually believe anyone wants Liverpool to be successful this year? Do you actually believe, apart from us, anyone wants Liverpool to win the title? Absolutely not. Do you not think other fans are probably laughing at this a bit? So use it in the right way. Do you know what I mean? Focus, be cold-hearted when it comes to it. But let's just use this to fuel it and just build that energy. Because honestly, everything this season has been absolutely sensational. And I have absolutely no idea where the PGMOL goes from here. The only thing I would like, the only desire I have is, because Carragher and Neville seem completely in bed with them, let's hold the hearing on Monday Night Football set. Let's have David Coote at that pad with that pen and touching and, making the bar go up and down and speed and everything like that. How incredible would that be if QCs were doing that? That would be, I tell you what, I'd pay the tenner or whatever it was, pay-per-view for that. But that would be the desired outcome, which ultimately, I just don't know where the PGMOL go from here. I really don't. But there we go, ladies and gents. That is where we are on a Monday evening at about 5:30, having your tea, and so much to digest. The only positive, and it is a positive that we do want to leave you with, Alisson's Insta update. I don't know if anyone saw this today, but Alisson Becker, the holy goalie, did post today, ladies and gents, a picture of himself at the AXA with the little hourglass, you call it, the egg timer, and -1. Which, touch wood, fingers crossed, the holy goalie could be in action soon as well. Now, we're waiting to see on that, aren't we? Because there is just that worry. He seemed to come back very quickly last time from his injury, and we know what happened, don't we? So you hope they are going to take their time. But the most important thing to say is he's put in -1 there and next to the hourglass, and there's a couple of weeks till Southampton, isn't there? So fingers and everything crossed from that. So, ladies and gents, that was an AI special. We hope you enjoyed the commentary. We hope you enjoyed the videos. We hoped you will be God knows what with everything with the PGMOL, David Coote. But just to finish you on a positive note and send you off with that little bit of happier music, the Reds are 5 points clear at the top of the league. Everyone hates us. Drink in their tears, lads. But there you go. On Monday night, that was an AI special for Anfield Index.